Hello everyone, I'm Bishop Vonzell Castilla, President of the Church of Christ Holiness USA. I want to tell you a story. As a young associate in this law firm, one of my senior partners forgot to acknowledge a very significant milestone in my career. Years later, I told him about his oversight. He told me this, very important. He said, "It must not have been that important to you because you didn't remind me." Wow. It occurred to me then, as it occurs to me now, that reminders are important. So I want to remind you of a couple of things as we move into the church year. One of those things is the theme for the Church of Christ Holiness USA. Everybody knows it. Say it with me. Arise, it's your time. That's our theme. Now, traditionally, we have prayed about the theme and we've announced it and we have put it out there with great fanfare at our conventions. And then we've forgotten about it. But look, I want you to post it at your church. I want you to talk about it. I want you to preach about it. Arise, it's your time. The theme verse is Esther chapter 4, verse 14. Talk about the whole book of Esther. Our theme song is the Gospel Victory March, hymn number 49 in His Fullness Songbook. I want you to sing that song. Don't just sing it in HYM and Sunday school, sing it in church. We need to emphasize our theme, not just at the convention, but throughout the year. Arise, it's our time. The second thing I want to remind you about is COCHUSA Rise, the implementation plan that the senior bishop and I have agreed upon going forward. And we've talked about it on a macro scale in terms of what the national convention ought to be doing. But guess what? COCHUSA Rise applies not only on the national level, but also on the diocese and the district, and especially at the local level. What does COCHUSA Rise mean at the local level? The aura, reclaim that which was lost. How many people stopped coming to your church during COVID? Have you done anything to reclaim those people? I'm putting the question out there. We should be doing something to retain those that we lost. Invest. Invest in what you already have. You have a great youth program. You have great teaching and preaching. Invest in that and make it even better. Serve your community. Every church should have a plan for serving the community, whether it's a food bank, whether it's adopting a class or a school. Whatever the case may be, your church needs to be involved in the community. Here's the question. If your church was no longer in the community, would the community miss your church? The E is expand your territory. Every church should have an evangelism plan. Not only have a plan, but every church should work to put that plan into action. We need to tell it out and spread the gospel of the good news of Jesus Christ to everyone. So I wanted to remind you, first of all, about our theme, remind you about COCHUSA Rise, and then I want to just remind you that the Church of Christ Holiness USA provides financial assistance and resources in a whole lot of areas. I hear all the time, we send money up, what do we get back? Well, in the very near future, probably in the announcements coming up next weekend and thereafter, you will receive a listing of resources from our national convention. We have resources for church planning. We have resources for outreach and evangelism. We have resources for church revitalization. We have resources through our auxiliaries. We have resources up and down the line to help your local church and to help individuals to prosper and succeed in areas that God has called them in the ministry in. So the last thing I want to mention is I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge that we've lost some great warriors of the faith recently. Many of those you know, but there's one that you would only know of if you really kind of watch and been dialed into the news, and that's Dr. James Abington. And why is it important? It's important for this reason. Dr. Abington, who's a professor of musicology at Emory University, one thing he talked about a lot is his love for the Church of Christ Holiness USA, and particularly our founder and his songs. He, like many others, saw something in us that we don't even see in ourselves. God has left us with a great legacy, great music, great ministry, a great mission. COCHUSA, it's time for us to rise and to live out what God has blessed us with. So it's not only your time to rise, COCHUSA, it's our time to rise. So let's rise up and be the church that God has called us to be. Thank you for your time, and God bless you.